Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Kulkarni, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Angry Institute of Technology and Management, Belgaum. So in this session, we are going to start with Module 1 of Utilization of Electrical Power. So in this Module 1, we are going to study about heating and welding of various applications. So first we need to understand what is this electrical heating and what is the principle behind the electrical heating. So what is the electrical heating? Electrical heating is nothing but it is a process in which electrical energy is converted into heat energy. So we are going to convert what electrical energy to the heat energy. So that is the conversion, that is the principle behind the electrical heating. So what on which principle this electrical heating works? It works on the principle of Joule heating. So Joule heating is nothing but what? An electrical current. Whenever an electrical current passes through the resistor, okay, so it converts the electrical energy to the heat energy. So this is the principle behind the electrical heating. Okay, so electrical heating works on which principle? It works on the Joule heating. So whenever the electrical current passes through the resistor, it converts the electrical energy to what? Heat energy. Okay, so let us see the introduction towards the electrical heating. So as we know, electrical heating it works on the principle of Joule heating. So according to Joule heating, it states as what? Whenever the electrical current passes through the certain medium, it produces what? Heat energy. So let us consider a medium here. Medium as a solid material which is made up of resistance R so let us consider a solid material. It may be a metal, steel, so made up of some conductive material which is in solid state. Okay, so for that solid state material, so we'll consider its resistance as R. So whenever the current flows through, let us consider a current of I amps flows for t seconds through that solid material to produce the heat. So according to the Joule heat, what does it tells us? So whenever the electrical current passes through certain medium, it produces the heat. So let us consider the medium resistance as R ohm and I is the current flowing through that medium for t seconds to produce the heat in that material. So according to that, the heat produced in the material will be equal to what? H is equal to I square R T joules. So this is in this way we are going to convert electrical energy to the heat energy. So now let us see the various application of electrical heating for the domestic purpose. Okay, so in our home, where we can utilize this electrical heating, we are going to check it out. So in most of the Western countries, we want a room heater. So for that, we need to convert electrical energy to the heat energy. So for the room heaters, for heating the buildings, so this is the one of the application for the domestic purpose. So we want an electrical heater for water heating. So that is another example for the electrical heating. Then we need hot plates for cooking. So then geysers, electric kettles, electric iron, and so on. Electric ovens for baking the products, electric toasters. So these are the various applications of electrical heating. So where the input will be the electrical energy and output will be the heat energy. So these are the various appliances for the domestic purpose. So now let us see the industrial application of electrical heating. So where we can use the electrical heating in industries. Okay, so for melting of metals we want electricity. So the input will be what? Electrical energy. So here we are going to use to melt the metals we are going to use what? Electric furnaces. So the input provided to the furnace will be the electrical energy and output we are going to get the molten metal. Then electric welding, molding of glasses for making glass appliances, baking of insulators, molding of plastic components, heat treatment for pointed surfaces, making of plywood. So these are the various application, industrial application where we are going to use electrical heating. So for melting, the metals, for weldings, so for making the glasses, for baking the insulators, so for molding the plastic components. So these are the various appliances. For these applications or appliances, we are going to utilize electrical heating. Now let us see what is the advantage of electrical heating over other methods of heating. So other method means with the help of some coals. So there are various other methods we can produce the heat energy, right? So what are the advantages of using electrical heating over these various methods of heating? We are going to check it out. So as with the help of coal, so we are going to produce some wasteful or pollution, right? It will cause a pollution with the help of coal. But in case of electrical heating, it is clean and it does not cause any effect to our atmosphere, and it is free from the dirt also. So with the help of electrical heating, there will be no pollution. So as it does not produces any few gases, so the pollution will not be there. And quick response. So if you want to heat up quickly, so we can go for the electrical heating. Accurate control temperature. So if you want at 100 degrees Celsius means, so the electrical heating produces 100 degrees Celsius. But in case of other heating process, so it is not possible to control the temperature. Comparatively safe. So the size, as we know, for heating the various appliances, so the comparative the size will be very less as compared to the other methods of heating. Localized replication, overall efficiency is much higher, as the electrical heating does not produce any fuel gases, which means it does not have any pollutions. So the efficiency will be very high. So the losses associated with the electrical heating will be less as compared to our various methods. Uniform heating, so it will produce the uniform heating throughout the surface. Highest efficiency of utilization. So the electrical heating the efficiency of electrical heating will be more than 90%. So as compared to the other methods of heating. So in case of thermal plants, the efficiency of the thermal plants will be around 20 to 30%, is it? So there the efficiency will be very less, but in case of electrical heating, the efficiency is very high. It will be more than 90%. And the furnaces are comparatively priced very less as compared to the various other furnaces. So these are the various advantages of using electrical heating over the other methods of heating. So now let us see what are the modes of transfer of heat, how the heat energy can be transferred. So there are mainly three types of modes. One is conduction mode, convection mode, and radiation mode. So I think these modes are familiar with you. So let us study one by one these modes. So now let us see the conduction mode. So how exactly we are going to transfer the heat energy. So in conduction mode, this is nothing but this is the phenomena takes place in the solid material. So this phenomena usually takes in solid material, and heat transfer is proportional to the difference of temperature between the two phases. So heat transfer is nothing but it is a proportional to the difference between upper surface and inner surface, like that. So it is a difference between the uh, temperature between the two phases. Okay, so there will be no actual motion of the molecules in case of the solid materials with the help of this conduction mode. Now let us see the another mode of heat transfer. The best example for the conduction mode, the previous one, the best example for the conduction mode. So let us consider a domestic application. So in our household, we are having a stove. So if you want to heat any material, So we are going to place that, let us consider a steel container. So if I want to heat that container, so I will place that container on the stove. So I will ignite the stove with the help of some lighter, so it will produce the flames, right? So those flames created by the stove will come that contact with the that metal container. So in this way we are going to transfer the heat from the flame to the metal container. So the metal container is obviously made up of some solid material, right? So in this way we are going to transfer the heat from the flame to the that solid material. So this is the best example for the conduction. Now let us see what is the convection method is. So in this phenomena, it takes place in the liquid and gases. So this particular mode of convection, mode of heat transfer takes place usually in the liquid material. So the heat is transferred due to the actual motion of the molecules. So in this mode, the heat is transferred due to the actual motion of the molecules. So the molecules will transfer from one material to the another material. So as I considered the previous example for the conduction is that what? So we are going to heat some metal container. Okay, so let us pour some water inside that metal container. So it is in which state? Water is in state of liquid state, is it so? So I poured the water in that material container. So as we already heated up that container, so the container will contain some heat energy. So now heat energy from the container will be transferred through the actual motion of the molecules to the liquid. So this is the best example for the convection mode. Then radiation. So radiation, this phenomenon confined to what? Surfaces. Radiant energy emitted or observed is dependent on the nature of the surface. So the best example for the radiation mode is the heating of earth surface. So the sunlight, whatever the light emitted from the sun, it will reflect through our atmosphere, and it will be reflected on the earth surface. Okay, so whenever during the summer days, so as we have observed that the surface of the earth will be heated more as compared to the various other seasons. Is this correct? So in this way, so we are going to heat the earth surface through certain radiation. So the radiation here we are going to use from what? Sun's light. Okay, so this is the best example for the radiation mode. Okay, so these are the various modes of transferring the heat. Okay, so if you have any doubts regarding these modes or heating process, please ask. Thank you.